Set my STEEZ going on. Yes, Lord, bringing you Collingwood Magpies, S&M Bombers, Anzac Day, annual Anzac Day match, man. Coming into this game, man, I know how much this match means to Australia as a whole, so it definitely was, to some degree, expecting a competitive match. Darcy Moore was out, though, so I was kind of wondering how Collingwood would shape up, given the game that Peter Wright had last weekend, and Kyle Langford coming into the side. So I know how much Darcy Moore means to them defensively, so I was interested in seeing how the defense as a whole, as a position group, was able to hold down the Essendon attack. I haven't been sold on Essendon really all season, to be honest. They're okay. I feel like they're more a middle of the pack team than they are a top team. Don't quite think that they're the worst team, though. But they were looking like the worst team early in the game, man. Collingwood was just smashing them boys. Like the whole first quarter, it was just Collingwood. Just ball movement impeccable, bro. And Collingwood plays how we all know how Collingwood plays, man. Just the handball chains and the run and gun style of play that Collingwood has, and when they excel, it's very entertaining. And I really, honestly, as a Carlton man, I really hate how much I enjoy watching Collingwood play. But as a fan of the sport, as a fan of footy as a whole, I think Collingwood, they're very entertaining, man, and I enjoy watching them boys play. I ain't gonna lie, from an objective perspective. And our boy T. Cullen, man, he called the game early, man. And I'm glad he did, because I think I would have probably called it if he didn't as well, because Collingwood was just on top of them. Essendon really couldn't do much early portion of the game, and really. The game flipped on the head, bro. Essendon ended up finding more to footy, and Collingwood lost their intensity, and all of a sudden Essendon going back to back to back. I believe they had like 6 of 7 goals in a stretch from the second quarter to the third quarter. And Essendon looked like that deal, man. Durham, I really like Durham, what he brings to the midfield, and Nate Caddy and Peter Wright, and really just in general, bro. Essendon was playing pretty good, man. So. They kind of made me and Cullen, mostly Cullen, eat his words as far as really Collingwood whooping Essendon's ass. And I think a couple of people in the chat in general was thinking that it wouldn't be that competitive, given how good Collingwood has been playing and how Essendon is not really too impressive. But during that stretch, they did look good, bro. I can't lie. Essendon was playing great footy, finding the footy, like I said, moving the ball well, and Collingwood lost their intensity just a bit. And all of a sudden, they couldn't find the footy, man. But yeah, Collingwood was just better in stoppages, and just as a whole, I think they were just a more well machined team. And during that stretch, Essendon was able to take the lead for a very short period of time, but they kind of just fizzled out, and Collingwood really just killed all the momentum, just going back to back to back, just relentless pressure, and really just getting back to the grind, getting back to the basics, and playing how Collingwood plays, man. So, in the end, it did become an ass whoop. I think there were some opportunities that Essendon did miss that they probably would have liked to have back. But Bobby Hill, Kako had a good game. I like to see Kako. He looks more comfortable as each game goes on. Bobby Hill, a nice, beautiful snap from the pocket. One of the better goals that we've seen this season. And in bad news, though, McStay did look like he did like a MCL or ACL, potentially fucked up his knee, which is not really good, especially given the occasion of Anzac Day. You don't want to see somebody hurt during a big game or during a joyous occasion, if you will. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was an entertaining game. I'm glad both teams did bring it. Both teams were competitive. Collingwood just, for a little portion, didn't look up to it, and Essendon did. Took advantage of that, and they looked good for a short period of time. But at the end of the day, they didn't play the whole game out and couldn't quite match Collingwood's skill level and quality of footy. So that's just how it came down to it, man. That's really all I got for that one. Next game, we have Freo Dockers versus the Adelaide Crows. Coming into this game, both teams kind of remind me of each other, not necessarily in a style of play or anything like that, but just how inconsistent both teams are. Freo losing to Melbourne last week, and Adelaide, how the pressure sometimes like is very effective, and sometimes they don't seem to bring it. So you really never know. I think with both teams, what you're really about to get from either team. This game, it really was the Freo show. I kind of ruled Freo out after losing to Melbourne. Although I do think Melbourne has been playing well, after losing to them, I was like, all right, Freo, what's going on, man? But their defense showed up. I think they did a good job defending the ground all night, maybe except for the last quarter. First quarter, they were whooping Adelaide ass. Second quarter, less whooping their ass, but still whooping their ass nonetheless. Third quarter, whooping their ass. And fourth quarter, they only had like 5 behind. So, and they let Adelaide get going. But I think the game was probably over by then. Adelaide just doesn't look like, this game didn't look like the dangerous attacking side that they have been at certain points in the season when they're looking good. Just wildly inconsistent, I think. A lot of their players just didn't show up this game. Their forward line did not look as dangerous as it has when they are rolling. Although they didn't have Darcy Fogarty this game, they did get Joshua Shelley back, which is another tool in your tool belt that can pinch another players in the side or put a thorn in another team's side, if you will. But Freo did a good job defensively, bro, nonetheless, bro. And then that monster game from Brayshaw and the midfield just in general. Hayden Young was good. And so it was just a bit too much, bro. And Josh Tracy was back looking like one of the best forwards in the competition again. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Freo really just played a collective good game, bro. I just can't stress the defense enough, bro. They just made Adelaide not look good, bro. And when Adelaide's attacking, when they can't get enough of the footy so when Adelaide's not attacking and they got slowed down, bro. They wanted to play fast. That's when they're most dangerous, I think, when they're playing fast and going and sending the ball inside 50 before the defense gets a chance to set. But that just wasn't the case this game. It really took the end of the game for Tex to get a couple goals. And Phil Thorpe, he didn't look the best, although he did fuck his finger up. And that's a story to watch too. He fucked his finger up, so I don't know if he'll be out. He did return, but I don't know how serious that finger is to him and to his playing ability in the future. But yeah, man, I just didn't like what I seen from Adelaide. I have come to like them when they are actually playing some decent footy, but they didn't play that this game. They waited just a bit too late. And yeah, man, you'll probably see them next week. Just play a great game, bro, and Freo be trash next week because you never really know what you get from either team. But yeah, in that second quarter, it really just seemed like Hayden Young slowed down a little bit, so that's what got them going. Got Adelaide. That's when Adelaide really started to get their game going. The first quarter it wasn't there at all. You can give Adelaide just a little bit of credit in the second quarter, but the first and third was just way too much for them to overcome overall in the game. I really don't have much to say about this game, man. Adelaide just thoroughly got their ass whooped, and just way too late to really even try to come back. So Freo, I don't know where to really place both teams, bro. Like, Freo looks like a final side. Adelaide does, but they don't. But they do, but they don't. And yeah, man, it's hard to really even talk about this game, bro, considering how just inconsistent both teams are, bro. I don't think they really have cemented their identity yet. So I think we still have to watch a couple more games from them. It's still early in the season. I would like to say Adelaide would probably make finals, but when a bunch of your players just don't show up, man, I think that's a problem, bro. But I think that is the gist of it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube shit. Got games tonight, 3 games. Make sure y'all stay tuned. If I'm live, if you see there's a footy game on, check the YouTube, man. Probably live, man. So yeah, do all that.